Have you ever imagined what it would be like if all 7 members of BTS became the center of attention on the world's biggest stage? Not at one of their own concerts, but at the 2026 FIFA World Cup final watched by hundreds of millions, even billions of people around the globe? What really happened behind the scenes before Jin, SUGA, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook stepped onto that historic stage? Is it true that in just a matter of minutes they managed to electrify the entire stadium and even drew millions of people who weren't soccer fans to watch the World Cup final simply to see BTS perform? And even more surprisingly, did their brief performance serve a much greater purpose than simply entertaining the audience? Today, we're taking you behind the scenes to explore the moments rarely shown to the public, from the intense preparations backstage to the reason why BTS's performance at the 2026 FIFA World Cup halftime show became one of the most historic milestones of their career. So make sure you watch this video until the very end, because there are plenty of fascinating facts you may have never heard before. The 2026 FIFA World Cup final became one of the most historic moments in both sports and entertainment. For the first time in the tournament's nearly 100-year history, FIFA introduced a halftime show during the final match. The decision immediately captured worldwide attention, marking the first time that the world's biggest sporting event and the global music industry truly came together on one stage. The stadium was packed with tens of thousands of spectators, while hundreds of millions, possibly even billions of viewers from around the world tuned in through television broadcasts and digital streaming platforms. The atmosphere was absolutely extraordinary. Everyone waited with excitement and anticipation to witness how this new chapter in history would unfold. Long before kickoff, the backstage area was already buzzing with activity. FIFA's production team, technical crews, lighting designers, sound engineers, and dozens of security personnel worked tirelessly to ensure that every single detail was executed flawlessly. Amid all the preparations stood 7 familiar faces recognized around the world: Jin, SUGA, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. Although they had spent years performing in some of the largest stadiums on the planet, appearing at the FIFA World Cup final carried an entirely different level of significance. This wasn't just another concert. It was a stage that would be watched by the world during one of the biggest sporting events of the year. BTS arrived with confidence, but behind their smiles was the natural excitement and nervousness that anyone would feel in such a monumental moment. Opportunities like this simply don't come around every day. They understood that every step, every dance move, and every note they sang would be analyzed by international media and millions of viewers worldwide. Yet it was precisely this immense pressure that they had always transformed into positive energy. Years of performing across countless countries had shaped them into calm and consummate professionals. Behind the scenes, the members encouraged one another, shared light-hearted jokes, and made sure everyone was in the best possible condition before stepping onto the stage. As the stadium lights slowly dimmed and the countdown began, the atmosphere became increasingly intense. Thousands of spectators rose from their seats. International broadcast cameras turned toward the main stage. The opening music echoed throughout the stadium. Then, within seconds, BTS appeared with a commanding presence that instantly ignited thunderous cheers from the crowd. Even before the first song began, the roar for all 7 members had already filled the entire venue. Within minutes, that unforgettable entrance became one of the most widely shared moments across social media platforms around the world. Although BTS's performance was much shorter than one of their own full-length concerts, every second felt meaningful. They made the most of every moment on stage. Their perfectly synchronized choreography, stable live vocals, expressive stage presence, and undeniable chemistry demonstrated exactly why BTS has long been recognized as one of the world's greatest live performing groups. Their performance radiated energy, passion, and emotion that captivated not only ARMY but also countless viewers who had never followed BTS before. Many fans admitted they wished BTS had been given the opportunity to perform more songs. However, limited time is one of the biggest challenges with any halftime show, especially when the stage is shared with several internationally renowned artists. Even so, BTS proved that quality matters far more than duration. In a relatively short performance, they left a lasting impression on millions of viewers around the world. delivering a moment that will be remembered as one of the defining highlights of the historic 2026 FIFA World Cup halftime show. It wasn't just fans who were impressed. Numerous international media outlets and social media users described BTS's performance as one of the standout highlights of the entire halftime show. Perhaps the most fascinating part came after the performance ended. Social media platforms were instantly flooded with videos, photos, performance clips, and reactions from both fans and the general public. Many people admitted that they had originally tuned in only to watch the soccer match but ended up being captivated by BTS's performance. On the other hand, millions of ARMY around the world openly shared that they watched the FIFA World Cup final not because of the match itself, but simply because they wanted to see BTS perform during the halftime show. Once again, this phenomenon demonstrated the incredible global influence that BTS continues to have. Many fans even shared stories about purchasing expensive match tickets solely to watch BTS perform for just a few minutes. Most of them admitted they weren't soccer fans at all. They traveled to the stadium for one reason: to support all 7 members in person. Moments like these illustrate the extraordinary emotional bond BTS has built with their fans worldwide. ARMY's support transcends national borders, languages, and cultural differences. Behind that spectacular performance was another remarkable fact that made people admire BTS even more. Just about a day before appearing at the FIFA World Cup final, the group had been in Paris performing a massive concert in front of tens of thousands of fans. After completing the show, they had very little time to rest before immediately traveling to the World Cup final venue. Their schedule was incredibly demanding. International travel, technical rehearsals, stage adjustments, and final dress rehearsals all had to be completed within an extremely limited time frame. Even so, not the slightest sign of exhaustion was visible when they finally stepped onto the halftime show stage. BTS's schedule over the past several months had been nothing short of extraordinary. They continuously traveled from one country to another for concerts, attended major international events, participated in promotional activities, and fulfilled countless other commitments. Although they have grown accustomed to such demanding schedules, fans around the world continue to hope that all 7 members are able to get enough rest. Their unwavering dedication to their work has earned the admiration of millions of ARMY who understand just how hard BTS works to consistently deliver world-class performances. However, there is one important aspect of this halftime show that is often overlooked. Many people focus solely on the spectacular stage production, dazzling lighting, breathtaking visual effects, and performances by the artists. Yet behind all of that entertainment lies a much greater purpose. The 2026 FIFA World Cup final halftime show was not created simply to entertain the audience. It also served as part of an effort to support the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund, an initiative dedicated to helping children around the world gain better access to education while also providing opportunities to play soccer and build brighter futures.